Here are 5 tips that are really going to help you improve putting away a weak, high, short forehand. Can't wait to show you. Now, first, this video is courtesy of New YC Photo on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to their awesome channel. I've put their link in the description. Great YouTube channel. All right, so the returner hits a deep return. The server replies with a weak ball back. Now, 5 tips, and number 1 is probably my favorite because it makes really the biggest impact for players who struggle with this ball, is you've got to stand farther away from a ball that is around head level than, let's say, a ball that's maybe at knee level, right? So the contact points go like this. Ooh, let me draw this again. So these are the contact points in tennis. They go like this. Why? Because your arm is a radius. Your arm goes like this from the shoulder. So the head level ball is the ball that's farthest to the right. Think of this as a clock, and the contact point is at 3 o'clock, right? There's the 3. Let me make that a different color so you can actually see it. There's the 3. Well, that's the farthest away laterally, this direction. So you've got to make sure if you're a right-hander that you stay to the left of the ball to accommodate and allow the arm and racket to fit in between you and the ball. You see so many players when they play a ball head level is they jam themselves. And that's because they don't know they're supposed to stand farther away from that ball than if the ball is low or like a medium height. Number 2, you're going to set the racket high. And you want to keep it high, right? So he wants to drive this ball, which we'll talk about in a second. But how does he do that? He makes sure that he turns with his hand around shoulder height, and he's not going to drop the racket super low, which would force him to swing too steeply up and put too much spin. He wants to drive this thing, so he keeps his hand high. So watch the racket doesn't drop low, but he keeps the racket high. This allows him to really smack into the back of the ball. Number 3. I want you to notice, he's moving off to his right like this. Notice the last step he takes is with his right foot. It's a good idea to move through these balls, right? And the best way to do that is to have the last step you take be the foot on the side where you're hitting. So he's hitting on the right side of his body. So the last step he takes is with his right foot. Why does this matter? Because this does matter. Well, remember, every action has an equal and opposite. Think about it. He wants to swing forward with his right arm. Well, which leg needs to go forward then? He needs his left leg to go forward. That's the way we run, right? Our arms and legs are opposite each other. So if he's going to swing forward with his right arm, he needs his left leg to swing forward. So watch how the right arm and the left leg go forward at the same time. That allows him to just keep moving through the shot. You see a lot of rec players, they accidentally step forward with their front foot, and now they're forced to hop. And if they're not a high enough level player, they can't handle that front foot hop. So just very simple. When you get to that ball, adjust your feet. And he's adjusting his feet right now so that the last step, this isn't by chance. This is absolutely choreographed by him. Step last with the foot on the side where you're hitting, and you'll move through that shot seamlessly, especially because when you play a high ball, it's best to be in an open stance anyway. And that's the way you produce an open stance. Number 4, hit the ball near the peak. Hit the ball near the peak. That is very much related to staying away from the ball, which was tip number 1. You're staying away from the ball so that you can hit the ball near the peak. The reason is because you don't want the ball to drop low, and then you have to lift the ball back up over the net. If you hit the ball near the peak, then you get to do number 5, which is to drive the ball forward and not arc it. I see a lot of rec players, they get a ball around head level and they arc it and they spin it. And especially when you're close to the net or like in no man's land, there's no need to lift that ball a lot because there's a very short distance between you and the ball. You want to drive this ball and strike it so that even if your opponent guesses correctly, they're going to really have difficulty with that ball. You will notice, by the way, the server did guess, which I think is awesome. And that's indicative of high-level players. They will guess because they figure the ball's not going to come right to the middle, so they'd rather be right 50% of the time than right 0% of the time. But if you take lessons on court with coaches, please have them feed you weak balls that you can practice, right? Stay away from the ball, set your racket high, step last with the foot that's on the side where you're going to be contacting, hit the ball near the peak and drive it forward. Now, if you're tired of lugging around your old and outdated ball machine, then just make your tennis friends jealous and get the Proton Ball Machine by Hydrogen Sports. And right now you can get free shipping in the USA when you use my link. It's in the description. You'll find it in the first comment. You'll also see it on the screen at the end of this video. The Proton is fully programmable using its intuitive app. In fact, you control it using your smartphone or watch. It holds up to 100 balls and weighs less than 20 pounds. To see how truly amazing this ball machine is, and to get free shipping when you order one, be sure to use my link. Now, before I share that link with you, if you're looking for new practice partners in your area, maybe you want to find some stronger opponents to play singles and doubles against, or you want to find a coach who's close to you who's going to be able to help you with your game, then check out PlayYourCourt. It's a database of local players and coaches, players to practice and play against, and coaches who are really going to help you level up your game. So check out PlayYourCourt. I've put their link in the description. I'm also going to pin it in the first comment. So click right there to check out the Proton Ball Machine, and with that link, you're given a coupon code for free shipping. Improve your ability to put away weak, high, short forehands. If you do, there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.